Now, maybe you don't know these guys, and this is going to be a brief explanation about these guys are for those of you that don't know them. If you have listened to most of the things in Final Fantasy XIV, they are made either by the guy on the right, Masayoshi Soken, or the guy on the left, Nobuo Uematsu. Nobuo Uematsu is responsible for the creation of my utterly favorite of all time music song, Answers. Same goes for Revelations, if I recall correctly, though I think that Shadowbringers was composed by this wonderful person. These guys are amazing. We can talk about Insatiable, this guy wrote it. We can talk about the Kugana theme, I think this guy wrote it as well. We can talk about everything in Final Fantasy XIV. It is mostly composed from these two people. And today, we're going to react to the true Uematsu sound and what that means. This is the first time I'm watching this video. I have not watched it. I've been very excited to watch it, but I wanted to react live to it on stream. Uematsu is crazy with how many bangers he put out in the series overall. Uematsu is a fucking god. Like, you see this guy? This is the face of a fucking sensei. This guy is a master at his art. And we're going to start. However, small disclaimer. This video is in Japanese. If you want to be able to understand it, you will have to read the subtitles, which I will be reading down here. I have them enabled for that very reason. Maybe it will be a deterrent. Hopefully it won't be. Without further ado, let's get to it.
こんにちは。
なんか緊張するよね、逆にこういう場所を与えられちゃうとね。
人に会話を聞かれたくない感じですよね。そう
別にほらどっか会場とかライブ会場とかでもいいんだけど、2人になったら普通に喋るんだけどさ、そうですね。もうなんか喋れって言われたらなんか何喋っていいか分かんなくなるんだよ。そうですよね。
Look, I'm pausing. Okay, 20 seconds in. Just to give you guys a disclaimer. Now, I'm normally a very, very chatty person. You guys know me, right? Can you move the cam or subtitles? True, I can do that. Yes. Let me move the camera. Where is camera? There it is. Let me put this. Let's put this up there. Right? Yes. So, what I want to say is normally I'm a very, very chatty person. I will not be talking a lot in this particular video. And the reason why is that, well, I have to focus in reading, right? So, yeah. Just getting that disclaimer out there.
大体それでお客さんの前とかでじゃあ喋ってくださいって言われる時って、ある程度話題は選ぶじゃないですか。選ぶ。で僕と上松さんだと思い出的に喋れる話題がもう現代のコンプライアンスにはもう引っかかりまくってしまうことばっかりだから喋れないんですよね。
そうなのよね。
昭和の時代の
住みにくい世の中になった。
モジュレーションっていうアルバムが仕上がるそうで、僕でプライマルズのライブを6月にやったんですけど、その時お呼びさせていただいて
3曲ばかしやらせていただきました。
そう、あの時ね、ちょっとびっくりしたんですよ。こうなんか言い方悪いですけど、もうちょっと玄人好みのなんか感じのこう音楽なのかなって勝手に想像したんですよ。そしたら
ミュージカルサービ
イケイケのなんかイケイケのテーマが FF。
Wait, when he's speaking about the first song, the main theme, is he talking about Answers? Or is he talking about the introduction of the 1.0 cinematic? Because like, the two songs are similar, if I recall correctly. I'm not sure. Have I listened to the 1.0 cinematic song? I mean, I have watched the cinematic, but I don't know if I've listened to the theme in general. I probably have, but I'm not sure which one they are talking about right now.
のテーマがそう、マジみたいなで、バンドメンバーに「聞いてよこれ」って言って、言うてどんな曲やるんだろうねっていうのはずっと気にはしてたから、メンバーが。
Modulation, okay.
ますってデモいただいて、でもすぐ共有してみんなに「
いや
聞いてよ」っつって。マジでかっこいいじゃんみたいな、こんな感じなんだねって、もう全然こんな感じだとは思わなかったってみんな言ってて、ちょっと
Dude, this guy's making clubbing music. Holy shit.
その割と今まで まあ作品まあゲームなんでチームワークでこう協業しないと
Okay,
な
video
か
game
なか
music.
曲数も稼げなかったりとか、納期までに終わらせなかったり
Wait,
する
is
ことも
this
あって
thing in
結構
video
その
games? Like,
ベー
is
シック
it
の
is
ところで
modulation in
上山
Final
さん
Fantasy 14?
やられて、であと他マニピュレーターとかがガーってゲームに実装していくみたいな流れがあったじゃないですか。今回本当にあれなんですね、上松さんが全てやられてるっていうふうに聞いて、なんか結構レアな感じじゃないですかそれって。
でも
Yeah,
ほ
pretty
ら
sure not. But he's talking about video game music.
PS あ、そうか、音色はマニピュレーターが作ってくれてたもんね。だから音色まで自分で決めてるのはレアはレアかもね。
そうっすよね。
Wait, did he make it all by himself? Like this album?
ファミコン
Modulation.
の頃の音源とかもう恥ずかしくて聞けないわけさ。
Dude.
そりゃ
Wait,
そう
he
さ
has been making
僕らからす
music
る
from
感覚と
NES?
ちょっとやっぱ違うと思うんですよね。だからそこすごい聞いてみたい。なんかね、僕らは
Holy shit, this guy is an
本当
OG.
にその上間さんが作ったゲームを本当に遊んでた。
I don't think this has anything to do with
世代
Final
だから
Fantasy 14.
それでその
But they are talking about gaming
要は
music.
音 PSG の音がそう世界のすべてみたいな感じではあるんですよ、そのゲームの中で。他に表現できる音色とかないし、
ないしね。
でもなんかそれはそれでそこの世界にこうダイブできるから、なんとなくこう自分で、まあ、音色の変化とかしてるのか分かんないけどこう染みつく感じがあるから、
Dude, this is so real. Didn't know. Okay. Dude, like, this is so true. Okay, like, without proper music, you can never get immersed. Like, can you imagine? Okay, let me give you guys an example. Can you imagine playing Elden Ring, logging into, going to the first camp, getting out your stick? You're about to bash the guy in the fucking face, you know, and disfigure, destroy his whole head. And instead of this fucking smashing sound of the bones breaking and shit, you hear a bonk. Or a... Like, you cannot. Or like, you're in this epic area in Final Fantasy 14, you're charging your limit break, and instead of, you know, the thunders and shit and all these sounds that are happening in the background, you hear a, yay, I'm charging up my skill, I'm so strong. It's gonna be so out of place. Imagine you're in this windy area, and instead of fucking instead of the fucking wind as ambience, you're listening to, I don't know, like some guy playing the saxophone or something. Like, it doesn't make sense. Sound makes or breaks a game. I believe that sound is one of the most important things, followed by gameplay. Visuals you can get away with, because if sound is good enough, is immersive enough, it's gonna hook you. It's gonna fucking, you know, wire your brain into just wanting to get more of this. And sooner or later, you will be online more in order to appreciate the music. And then your eyesight will get accustomed to the fucking, you know, to the visuals of the game, and then it's gonna appeal to you. This is what happened to Final Fantasy XIV for me. Like, the gameplay was Okay, we're gonna be honest, it was not that good. ARR, the way I jumped into this game from World of Warcraft, it was not so smooth, okay? It was laggy, it was jiggly, it was fucking, I don't know, like, it was not amazing, okay? But the world, now, hear me out. I'm not very fond of the visuals of Final Fantasy XIV, but the world, the way I would look into the distance and I would listen to the music, to the ambient sound, to the sound in the cities, to the music in the cities, to the production of music by the bards, which is, by the way, the best thing. Like, no one can compete with that feature of Final Fantasy XIV. No other game has it like that. That aside, as I was saying, I was hooked, and it urged me to start playing more and more of the game. Answers. To this day, I will go and clear the Binding Calls of Bahamut, actually, you know, Bahamut Prime, just to listen to the fucking song. You can tell me, hey, you can listen to it on YouTube. It's not the same. Hearing the countdown in the background, hearing the explosions while the Bahamut fight is taking place, alongside the voice of Miss Susan, if I recall, was her name Susan? I think her name was Susan, you know? This, it blows your mind, and this fucking guy is the one that made it. You guys have no idea how, like, this guy is responsible for many of my tears. Many tears that I've dropped. Tears of joy, tears of sadness, tears of fucking... You know when you're just looking at something and you're just staring at awe and your eyes are glistening. Your eyes start to glisten, you know? Like, you see something so beautiful or you hear something so beautiful that you just tear up. And there's no other reason why you're doing it. It's not like, Oh, it's so fucking happy. Like, for example, if your wife gives birth to a baby and you have a son or a daughter, you are happy. You will cry because of that. If, I don't know, like someone you love dies, you will be sad. You will cry because of that. But this guy has created music that has made me fucking cry because of how utterly majestic it was. Like, we're talking about impeccable music, like perfection, flawless. Let's get back into the video.
その上松さんが言ってるいやその恥ずかしくてさみたいなとこって僕らからするとどこら辺がそう思うんだろうって逆になるんですよね。
でPS 音源はファミコンはみんなそうだから仕方ないとしても曲の作り方にしてもなんかこう今から見るとねこう若気の至りでしょうもないことをいっぱいしてるなとかそう恥ずかしいのがあるんで僕は聞かないんですよ。自分の作ったものって本当に聞かないの。未だにね。
Call me silly, but I really enjoy these old school musics, like all the old school sounds. For example, the music from OG Pokemon, back in Pokemon Yellow and Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue, when you would fight Giovanni, I really love it. To this day, I will listen to it. I know it's archaic, okay? But I know I enjoy listening to it.
ただほらオーケストラコンサートとかいろんなのやってもらえてるから昔の曲は聴きはするんだけどそれはもうほら非常に綺麗にお化粧を施された綺麗な着物を着て出てくるから全然気にはなんないんだけどやっぱりすっぱだかのファミコンの頃の音っていうのはもう直視できないというかねできなかったんだけどでもこのまま直視しないで死んじゃうのってあいつらちょっとかわいそうかなと27歳の時には27歳の時にねもう必死で自分なりに必死で作った音楽をこうそこから目を背けてるのって彼らがちょっとかわいそうなような気もしてきてそれだったらなんか自分でちょっと一回自分なりのお化粧を施し直してもう一回世の中にこう「おれ頑張ってこい!」って押し出して背中を押してあげようかなっていうなんか親心みたいなのもちょっとあったかも。
You know, I want to address one thing on this particular part. Like, you need this. You need to have your original work shown. And so that people can see, like, you started there and you have created all those things ever since then. You know, like, the whole journey of zero to hero, you know, that's what he's describing right now. I don't know if he should even remake them. Like, if he should just fucking redo the sound. Now, why do I say that? It has its appeal. Like, you can listen to the same music in Pokemon Soul Silver. I'm talking about Pokemon because I have really invested into the Pokemon fucking genre. Like, is it a genre? You know, like the games. I have not played a lot of Final Fantasy. You know, like, I believe that my first game that I put a lot of hours when it comes to Final Fantasy, it has been Final Fantasy XIV. Before that, I have played Final Fantasy X a little bit. Final Fantasy X, the second version of 10, 10.2 or something, 10.5, how the fuck do you call it? You know, like the one with Yuna, Riku, and Vayne, or Pain, or however the fuck you call that one. The goth girl, you know? I did play a little bit of these, but the first game that I played in FF was, you know, like, the actual game was Final Fantasy XIV. But in Pokemon, I will go and listen to the Giovanni music from Pokemon Silver, and then I will go listen to the Giovanni music from Pokemon Soul Silver. I will do the same with Ruby and Sapphire, and Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. It appeals differently. Like, you can hear the more modern sound and appreciate it immensely, but that old school, that old sound, that fucking, you know, like, flipper sound, or however you would call it, it has its appeal. Like, it takes you back. I don't know if you guys have the same feeling here, and I would very much love to hear your opinions about this matter. But for me, it takes me back. It makes me like 10 years of age again, or 8 years of age, you know? And it's a good emotion to go back in time. Because, like, music, I believe, has this ability to take you back or to make you ponder about the future.
なるほど。いや、スパだかは多分山田さん スパダカ好きだと思うのにスパダカ見ないですね。
自分のスパダカだな。そうそう。
自分のスパダカ。
I look at myself naked. That was the wrong time to say it.
これなんだよモジュレーションっていう。
いや単純に昔自分が作ったゲームのサントラを変調しよう。
あ、モジュレーション。
そう。
Wait, modulation version from Final Fantasy IX. Okay.
変調っていう。それをほら実際に切り取って貼り付けたりとか、エフェクトかけたりとかモジュレーションしてるんで一番こういいかな。
モジュレーションしてるんで
変調してるんでモジュレートしてるんで
そうですね。
で実際にこう音的にもアナログっぽい音がメインでやってるんで今回はモジュレーションホイールとか、ボルテージコントロールドオシレーターとかフィルターとかアンプリファイヤーも各セクションがあるモジュールっていうからさ、まあちょうどいいかなと思って。
モジュール、モジュレーション、モジュレート、モジュレーション。
そう。
I can understand Japanese. Like, I don't know if you guys became so... Like, I don't know if you guys are so smart as I am, but that part that Soken said, I did not need to look at the translation. I could understand it. I think I am very, very good at picking up foreign languages.
シャレが効いてる。
いいタイトルだと思います。
いいタイトルだ。
Five exactly. That I cannot understand. I don't know what the fuck that is.
ハイカラだなってすっげえ思ったんですよね。
いやーそうですね。もう結構ほらなんかメロディアスな曲をやる人間だろうなって思われてて今手って3回言ったの。
いや
思われてて。
いや I know. I
いやまあ
started
実
as
際
well.
そういうなんかメロディアスなバラードみたいなの作るの好きなんだけどもともとほら出が言うてもポピュラー音楽とかロック出身なんで
Hold up, what?
受けたいわけさ。
What?
あ、こう。
Dude, how you're like... Okay, I mean, no. What would you describe Answers as? Is it... I mean, it does have some rock themes on it, right? But it's also very melodic. I don't know, why would you say that he's... I will believe this guy because, like, you know, he knows what he does more than I know what he does. But damn, I don't know.
わーっていうや
受け
つ。
たいっていうのはちょっと違うけど分かりやすい音楽を作りたいっていうのもあるわけ。
なるほど。
だからロッ
It
クンロ
is
ー
easy
ル
to
とか
get
ブ
into
ギウ
his
ギと
music
か
though.
そういうシンプルでみんなが一気にこう楽しんでもらえる音楽
Dude, this guy has the
とかは
same
未だ
music
に好
taste
きな
than
の
I
ね。
do.
でベイドラの四つ打ちってさあれ矢が上でもこう人間って上がるじゃん。
Yes.
あれをねいつかやってみたいなと思って。
あ、そうなんだ。
そうそれはね当時で FF1 を作ってた時に流行ってたユーロビート、まあユーロビートの前からもっとその前のディスコから四つ打ちってのあったんだけどユーロビートが当時流行っててあたリラリラリラララララっていうのきっとあれに合うなとは思いつつも
Dude, I can't like... Daddy, 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 da 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 da. Okay, the subtitles on this part. Jesus fucking Christ, dude.
あんまりほらこいつは受けたい音楽を作ってる人間だぞって思われるとめんどくさいじゃん。
Yes.
いや
You want variety,
要するに
right?
こいつは受けてなんぼなんだって思われると
Yep.
ずっと受けてなきゃなんないじゃん。
So, like, this is one of the biggest things when you're producing sound or music. Like, I'm gonna give you guys an example from a band that I used to love. Like, my favorite band in the past. Now, I can no longer listen to many songs of them. I get annoyed. But in my younger days, I would listen a lot to Judas Priest. Now, Judas Priest, up to 1990 something, everyone was like, you know what? That's it. Judas Priest have that sound. You know, for example, the Ram It Down fucking album, Screaming for Vengeance. They were like, this is Judas Priest, okay? Like, you can listen to it, you know who they are, that's it. They're done. You know, like, they're gonna move within these limits. You know, the upper half, the upper part and the lower part within this fucking range, you know? And then they come out and they release Painkiller and everyone loses their fucking shit. This is what he's describing. You don't want as a composer and as you know, like a musicist or musicist? Is this even a thing? as a music producer or someone that plays an instrument or all those things, you don't want to be predictable. You always want to shock the audience. You always want to give that extra to change them. Like, how would I describe it? It's like a drug, okay? If you give the same drug to people, they will soon get used to it. But when you change the dosage, when you change the tuning, when you change whatever inside that, the drug, the composition, the complexion of the drug, people suddenly go fucking super high, So what he was doing, he was like, you know what? I don't want to be just this thing. I want to change this. I want to create X emotion or Y emotion, because that's what sound creators, that's what mixers do. They create emotions. Like, dude, this is so amazing to hear this. Like, no wonder he's so successful, and he became as successful as he fucking became. It's because of this. He wanted to give to the community more. Like, you were expecting this, now you're gonna get this and you're gonna fucking love it. And you were caught by surprise, right? You would get what you didn't expect, and indeed you would fucking love it.
だから僕はそういうのは避けたの、何十年も。でその前にこいつはいい音楽を作る人間だなって思われたかった。
Yes。
一回聴いてもなんか地味だけど、何回か聴いてるうちになんか心にしみるメロディーを書くやつだなっていう方を選択したのね。だからそれはどっちどっちどっちどっちっていうほど簡単には受けないんだけど、やっぱり何年もやってるうちに上松っていいメロディー書くよねっていうふうに思われるようになった頃に閉めたと思ったのね。一回そういうふうに思ってもらえると、だんだん自分が本当にやりたいこともいつかやっても許されると思った。
ああ、なるほど。
Dude, again, that's a bit of manipulation right there, dude.
作戦通りかもしれない。
じゃあめちゃめちゃ温め切った上に
それほど真剣にもやってないけどね。
He did the warm up and now he's going big dig.
エルトン・ジョンなわけですよ。
はい。
だからバラードもやればロックンロールもやればオーケストラをバックに綺麗な曲も奏でればっていう何でもありの時代に育った人間だから。
Yes, dude. I hope he mentions fucking Muddy Waters or like I don't know, Ray Charles, people like that.
ジャズを入れてもいいって何でもやってもいいっていう70年代の初期にこう痺れた人間だから結構いろんなロックなりのポピュラー音楽なりの引き出しはあるわけ。そこでこうイケイケの方はこれまでは結構封印してたんだけど、まあそろそろやってもいいのかなとか。
Dude, this is banger music in the background, by the way.
やってみたかったっていうのもあるしね。
なるほどね。
Oh, come on, it stopped the moment I complimented it.
ブルーフィールド、あれとか、そのお化粧の具合がすっぴんからだんだんこうちょっとこう大人になっていくというか、
そうっすね。
結構割とお化粧を施すあえて施さない。
So we were wrong, right? Like all the music we're listening to right now is music from prior Final Fantasy titles, but he just went and tuned it, like he changed it. It's also in Elden, right? What is?
ところとか結構いっぱいなんか収録されてるんですよね。それが結構面白かった。
プレステの音源だけど、あれはまあまんまで悪くはなかったんだけど、
I read Elden as in Elden Ring.
ちょっと低音補強したいとか、ムーの音色がここに混ざった方がグンってくるなっていうのとか、なんかサウンドエフェクトかました方が雰囲気出るかなとか、そういうなんか薄い感じの
悠久のアレンジとかもめちゃくちゃ良かったですけどね。なんか
ありがとうございます。
なんだろう、僕一番初め聞いた時ってやっぱあそこの幕張メッセの会場のリハーサルで聞いたっすけど、照明の具合とね、アンビエントの音の具合がね、なんかもうええ感じでね、なんか気持ちいいんすよね。
あそこ照明良かったよね、あの時のね。
照明良かったですね。
I have no idea what they're talking about. Like they have something in front of their eyes and they're talking about what they have experienced, but I have not seen what these guys are talking about. Hello, Trendacity.
あそこが呼ぶ照明は
そうなんだ。
どこから知れてたかわかんないですけど。
いや素晴らしかったです。僕も後で映像を見させてもらったんだけど、
なんか空気感というか、その上間さん が来たぞみたいな感じと、それから音と光と、それからこれがファイナルファンタジーのコンサートだよみたいな感じがすごい一体感があって、すごいなんか独特な空気感ですごい印象残ってるんですよね、あれ。でね、悠久の風って、その
Can you imagine how it is to have a fucking huge area, huge crowd of people cheering out just because you came on stage, or just because they're talking about you, or just because, I don't know, like here we are, people from all over the world. Like you have people here from Greece, from Italy, from America, from all those areas, you know, and we're watching one human being. Can you imagine how this guy feels every single time he's out in public or, you know, in a concert and people are just losing their fucking shit about him? Dude, this has to be the warmest feeling inside you. Like, to know that you have influenced all these people, to know that you have created emotions for all these people. That's why I call them, like, that's why I said Soken is a fucking hero. That's why I said this guy is a fucking hero. You know, like, you have, in a way, the guy that creates, the creator, we attribute it, or, you know, like, we compare the creator to God many times. In a way, these two motherfuckers have achieved some kind of godship, if you think about it. Godship, is this even a word? It is now. I made it, you know? But damn! Yeah, I'm simping over them, okay? Like, I have tremendous respect for those two guys.
ファイナルファンタジー14ですごい大事にこうお供え物をする感じで結構使わせていただいてて大事なところでやっぱめちゃめちゃこう刺さるっすよね。でプレイヤーだったもんで、僕もね、だからなんつうんだろう、ここで使うといいみたいなのってやっぱゲーマーならではの個人点があるから、その上松さんがせっかく作ったんだったらこうね、なんかちゃんとしたところとちゃんとした感じで使いたいっていうのがあったから、だからそれが原点回帰がライブですごいした感覚がなんか嬉しくて、でその嬉しいのをなんかそのファイナルファンタジーを遊んでるお客さんにもう早く聴かせたくて、でライブでその上間さんがね演奏してくださってすげえ嬉しかったんですよ、ね。
ありがとうございます。
一ユーザーとして本当に。
じゃあ僕もでもああいうのを14のほらお客さんたちが果たして。
We do. I will explain why Final Fantasy XIV players would appreciate that old NES sound, you know? I think it's very easy to say why. We're old. People that play MMOs today, we're old. Like, we're either near our 30s, you know, approaching 30s, or older. We have grown up with the old NES sound. We have grown up with Pac-Man sounds, some of us. We have grown up with Nintendo sounds, most of us. We have grown up with PS1 sounds, all of us. And yeah, like, it takes you back, like, it takes you back, dude. Like, I don't know if a single MMO player, okay, I do. Speak for yourself, old man. Come on, dude, you're fucking old as well, dude. Like, you're over 20. The youngest audience is, like, I don't know, like, around their 30s. That's the typical audience for an MMO right now. So don't go like that. Speak to me. Speak for yourself, old man, dude.
ファミコンの音楽を喜んでもらえるんだろうかっていうのはあったんだけど、まあね、ソケンなんかが14にも使ってますから大丈夫です。いや、それ受けなかったらどうすんだよって。絶対大丈夫です。って言ってたけどさ、俺本当に当日まで半信半疑でさ。
This is the most stressed. Okay, let me just change the frame.
Okay,
there we go. That's yeah. This is better than the previous one. But like. Everyone telling you it's fine, and you're like, yes, but what if it isn't? I can so easily relate to that. Like, I'm the guy that worries about some things, and when I worry about some things, I worry a lot about those things.
親父とかみんなどうしようかなと思ったんだけど、いや出てよかったわ。
あ、よかった。よかった。いや本当。いやあれはね本当ねもうお客さんの反応がね。もう楽しみで、で言うて僕らほらその袖で聞くしかなかったんで、表から聞けなかったんだけど、袖で上松さんにやだよそんなやりたくないよって言いつつ、いやもう絶対お願いしますからやってくださいって言って 2曲目の頭でフードを
Take off your hood.
あれやってもらった時にパンデミックだから声出し NG だったじゃないですか。思わずね会場のお客さん全員もう声漏れちゃって、
本当
うわーっつって、
本当に
そううわーザーザーザーうわーザーザーザーって、すごいそれが聞こえてきてね、袖に
冒頭のフェードインのタリラリタリラリタリラリタリラリっていうフレーズから始まるんだけどタリラリっていうのは悠久の風のタリラリララッタラッタッタラッタっていうフレーズをキュッて縮めてタリラリ
I always find it really amusing when sound composers or like in general people try to explain a song to another person, because you cannot explain the song without explaining the rhythm, and if you don't give them the rhythm they will not understand it. So you give them the rhythm, and in the meantime you have this guy who's a fucking genius in his field sounding like he's having a brain like a brain aneurysm or something, like a stroke or something,
っていうフレーズを一回作って
Here we are watching, in my opinion, one of the best composers to have ever been born, going daddy 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 daddy. I'm just fucking loving it, dude. Exactly.
それを貼り合わせてタリラリタリラリタリラリタリラリだからあれをサンプリングして弾き伸ばしたらタラララララッタラッタッタラッタタラララララッタラッタッタラッタっていう風になるの。あれは多分誰が聞いても分かんないと思う。
聞いた？みんななんかこうしてこう
そういうこと。
形状が
So like even Soken knows how it shows in public. I think that this guy is more of a showman, and this guy is more of the OG creator, right? By the way, I want to address two things in this video. First of all, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm smiling throughout the entire duration of this fucking video. I promised I wouldn't try to pause that often, but apparently I am. I lied. I'm sorry. These guys make me happy. They radiate positivity. They radiate happy thoughts. I don't know. Like I really love these guys, especially this motherfucker right here. Dude, like this guy is just. I don't know. Like I look forward to meeting him live. If I ever get to meet him live, I will thank him. I will be like, thank you. This is exactly the same thing that I will say to this guy. I'll be like, thank you. He inspires me. He makes me feel happy. I don't know if you ever had this guy that just his presence in the room increases positivity. Like, I'm gonna give you guys an example. In my opinion, Soken is the reason why Bard works in fantasy settings. Because, like, you have this guy who's, like, let's be honest, he's small and frail, okay? You can fight this guy and you can destroy him easily, right? But just having him in the group, everyone will be like, what? You try to hurt this guy, I'ma fucking destroy your ass, like, this guy just fucking having him in the area makes immediately the group happier. That's the first thing that I wanted to fucking address, these two guys, I hope I get to meet them in real life. And the other thing is, can we take a moment? Passive group buffs, exactly. Can we take a moment and appreciate how beautiful the background is? Like the setting, the studio apartment. Like these lights are very good looking. They like look how modern it looks. But at the same time, it also looks kind of retro because of the like this fucking the design on the wall and all this shit. Like you can see the bricks here. This style. I really love this architecture, dude. This house looks like a house that you could actually create in Final Fantasy XIV.
なるほどね。でもなんか随所にそういう感じの音使い
にしたりとかね。
あれさっきユーロビートの話あったと
ドッツね。
はい。あそこの松任谷の洞窟をつなげた理由とかなんか
いや単純にねそのタリラララララララっていうフィールドで流れてる曲とタリラリラリラララララっていうのがつながるなっていうのは当初から思ってたの。
あ、そうなんだ。
そうでそれをじゃあなんかドッツでのキックをベースにつなげていけばいいなと思ったんだけどテンポが違うからさなかなかつながんないじゃん。ところが最近は便利だね。
Yeah, technology is insane, man.
そうこの100例えば分かんないけど150のテンポ で
Beats-
鳴ってる音
BPM
楽
is
を
beats per minute,
120とか、
はいはいはい。
100で鳴ってる音楽を120にとかできるんだね。
できるんですよ
そうそう、
ね。
それを駆使してこうあの2曲をテンポを一緒にしてどっちどっちどっちでつなげて、まあつなげただけメドレーだったら単純に単なるメドレーになっちゃうんで、こう途中ドッツドッツを抜いたところを作ったりと
Dude,
か、
this music is
あと
slapping on the
今
background,
時
dude.
っていうクラビネットのバッキングつけたりとか
ありましたね、それがね。
そうそう
Clavinet. I don't even know what a
そういう
clavinet
意
is.
外とね黒っぽい音楽も好きなんだよね僕ね。
なんかでもなんか最近昭和歌謡が流行ってますみたいな、なんかファッションもそうだけど音楽もなんか
そうなのかな。
一周多分してて結構
じゃあそれに乗っかったことにしとけ
乗っかってそうタイミングバッチリです多分若い子からすると結構新鮮な音なんじゃないですかね、多分
ね、今あんまり昔のほらブラックミュージックのクラビネットのコンピングって聞かないもんね。
聞かないですね。
普通の音楽
めった聞かないですね。なんか深夜のラジオでなんかリクエストでかかってるぐらいの
そうだね。
Start off with keyboard, I
そう
think.
そうそんな感じ。
Okay.
あともう一個あったですね。
Maybe
あ
we
ビッグブリッ
like we probably call it somewhat else, like in a different way in Greek, and I cannot understand it in English. That's the thing,
ビッグブリッジね。
ビッグブリッジはまあそもそも選曲
Not that I
なんで
know
ビッ
all
グブリッジ
instruments,
したの
by the way.
かから聞きたいですね。
そんなにね僕はそのみんなが好きだ好きだって言
Listen
って
to
く
the
れるほど
church
僕はそんなに
instrument,
こ
like
う
on the background. Focus on the church instrument. Like this is something I really love, and I've been loving ever since I was a fucking teenager.
好きな曲ではないの。
This
でも
melancholic sound.
みんなが聞きたい聞きたい好きだ好きだって言ってくれるからついこうバンドをやって
It
た
reminds
時
me of
も
vampire
ビ
themes
ッ
or
グブリッジ
something.
は演奏してたのね。だからその時に僕オルガン担当してたんで
Okay, yeah.
どういうオルガンを弾いてたかなっていうのを思い出して、だからグリッサンドとかあれはなんかその時弾いてたように
なるほど。バンドの時に
そう
弾いてた感じなんですね。
そうそうそうそう、ビッグブリッジはねもともとアルバムの最後の曲にしようとは思ってたの。
ああそうなんです。
Battle of the Big Bridge. That's the one where you fight the big guy, right? The big dragon. I think it's right before you enter Ishgard. Like, I don't think it's in Heaven's Ward. I think it's still in ARR. It's like you're preparing for Ishgard.
そうそれで、モジュレーションには入ってないんだけど実はあの後にどんくらいだろう
Oh,
ね、3
Gilgamesh.
本ぐらいの
Okay, okay.
まだ長い
I thought it was the one with the massive guy.
パートがあったの。
アウトロみたいなのが
アウトロみたいな。でも
あの後
そう、
Oh my god,
ビッグブリッジ
I can
が
hear
終
it.
わってじゃじゃじゃじゃだじゃで終わ
Give
っ
it.
た後に不気味なパッドが延々続くっていうのがあってそこで全体の時間調整をしようと思ってた。
Dude, why is he pausing? Why is he not giving out to us? It's Hildebrand in Final Fantasy 14. Okay. I see. I thought it was with the big dragon, not with this guy. Not with the one you said about Gilgamesh, or commonly known as Greg, right? Thank you for the first time message, Mr. Kaine Kaiser. By the way, thank you for the follow. I saw that you followed me a few days ago. I am planning to play Endwalker within autumn. Like, I cannot tell you exactly when, alright? Because, okay, here's the thing. I can always start playing Final Fantasy right now, right? Here's the thing. I'm not going to be able to focus as much as I want to focus on it as of right now, because I'm playing Elden Ring and World of Warcraft at the same time. So I'm hoping to finish Elden Ring so that I can then invest my time in Final Fantasy XIV and properly engage in Endwalker, because I know that it will have a lot of Greek references. At least that's what my audience has told me. And being a Greek person, I can just, give some extra explanation in all this shit, Tell you guys what I see, like all these word plays, like Andrea back in Shadowbringers, or, I don't remember the other cardinal virtues, but long story short, they're all Greek words, right? So what I'm trying to say here is that I need to properly be able to focus in Endwalker. Like, I need to properly be able to focus in Final Fantasy XIV. That's how you can get good content, and that's how the game can earn you. Like, it takes a lot of focus, it takes a lot of attention, it takes a lot of energy from me. I don't know if that applies to every streamer, but at least it does apply to me. And I will get into it the moment I'm done with Elden Ring. That's how it's pretty much gonna go. So I'm thinking maybe November. Like, it will probably have to be November, right? Because then we're gonna have Dragonflight, World of Warcraft. So I want to play that, but I don't know if I will go big dick in Dragonflight. I guess we'll have to wait and find out. I cannot give you guys a big promise, but actually I can give you guys a big promise. Stay tuned, okay? Because I do have an event in mind about that is about Final Fantasy XIV. Oh, what the fuck? I'm gonna give you guys a tease. It may or may not involve Halloween. Okay, now we don't celebrate Halloween in my country. However, most of my audience is from the United States of America. I don't know how this happened. I'm Greek. Most of my audience, Americans. I don't know how this happened. I'm good though. Like I'm happy with this. Okay, so stay tuned for Halloween. You know, like I'm having something in mind. I'm not sure if it's gonna work, but if it does, I think it's gonna be fucking epic.
保釈じゃないですか。
ところがなんか蓋開けてみたらもうパッツンパッツンでこれ以上もう時間無理です 入りません LP には入りませんって言われたんでもう泣く泣くその不気味なパッドの部分を全部カットしてそう
This is a there we go.
そういう
どういう感じだったんですかそのブヨーンみたいななんか
いやなんかこれからまたあれびっくりし
I
た
love this song.
んだけどまたなんか始まりそうだみたいな感じを思わ
ああなるほど
せてモジュレーション2に続くみたいな感じにしようかと思ってたらもう
なるほどね
考えてんじゃねえか
そしたら入んなかったんだ
入んなかったんだ
最初から計算しとけばいいのになんか
ついついねどの
Jesus
曲も長
Christ,
くなりすぎちゃってね
でもまあまああれですよね曲あるあるっすよね、
うん
なんかついつい長くなっちゃったみたいなのありますよ、ね、
そう気がついたらこんなことになっちゃった
でもゲームサウンドを散々こう作ってこられたわけだから、なんかその辺の制約事って結構得意じゃないですか。
そう
You can never be, okay? Like, I'm a newbie at this area, and you can never be good at this. Like, for example, my reactions. I take a 30-minute reaction, a 30-minute video, and I react to it, and suddenly the reaction is longer than the video itself. These aren't, there aren't in Greek in end walking, just ended walking, like, are in bold. Are you sure? For example, Sage, every single spell that Sage has is Greek. Like, I know what they mean. Like, I can read them, right? And same goes for the architecture. Like, the architecture in fucking... what was the area called? Was it called Radzakan? I don't remember the city. Like, I've never been there. I'm just saying that watching by the cinematic, the architecture is Greek. So, like, I can give a lot of teasers about these things. People are like, you're gonna lose your shit. Like, I don't know. I cannot give you examples because I haven't done it yet. Like, I need to do it and then tell you if there are or if there aren't any teasers, you know?
でもあえてそれはもう考えなかったのかもね
あ、なるほどね。
多分 CD だからさ74分まで入るじゃんそういう感覚に慣れちゃってるでしょ
そっか LP
LP って僕らの頃って LP って40分ぐらいなんだよ
Yeah, I don't remember. I saw one of the fucking zones in Endwalker being very, very similar to Greek. Like, the way the columns were made. We'll have to wait. Like, I cannot tell you guys... I cannot speak about something that I have not extensively experienced.
ずつ18分18分とかそんなもんなんだよね
そうですね
だからその感覚をもう全然忘れてたしちゅうか俺ね
What is this music?
レコードデビューなんだよこれ今回
そうなんですか、
だって僕「ファイナルファンタジー」で初めて CD 音楽アルバムを出した時ってもうすでに LP の時代が終わってて CD とカセットだったのだからもうこの年になって初めてレコードデビューできたんだよ嬉しいです
You should be proud of your fucking self, dude. This guy is amazing.
レコードっていいですよね今だから
いいよね
こうやっぱその大きいジャケットと、
I post this video because, yeah, I'm gonna cut this shit out when I post this on YouTube, right? Phlegma, unironically, is phlegm. Like, if I make the sound, will it be utterly disgusting? I think it will be, right? You know, when you snort your nose and you go like, you know, and you spit out this fucking mixture of snot, boogers, and fucking saliva, that's phlegma. In Greek. Yeah, I know. Not yeah. let's get back to the video, okay? Like, of all the spells that you could have chosen, you went with the weird one, right? Yeah, let's just okay.
本当にこんなんで音出るのっていうところからとんでもない音が出るのが
そう、で音質がうんぬんっていう人っているけど、で音質いいらしいんだけど僕ね実はそんなにこだわりないのよ、音質には。なんだってジャケのサイズね、
そうですね、
存在感で、あと溝が掘ってるところに針が乗ってなぜ音が出るのかっていう不思議感、あれがいまだにね、俺いまだにレコード聞くんだけど、針落とすたびに不思議な感覚になる。
あとなんていうんですか、音に向き合う姿勢っていうのがちょっとなんか違うんですよね。
違う。
なんかデジタルミュージックだと、手軽に聴けるっていうのはすごい
accessibility, right? Everyone has access in it. You can, yeah, exactly. You can listen to music whenever you want. No need to wait, and you can have it with you everywhere. Like, do you remember, guys? Okay, let's go back. I wanna say 1 to 1.5 decades. Do you guys remember CD players? Like, you know, that you would have the disc with you, and you would open the fucking disc, and you would put it in, close it, and put these earphones. Like, it was more like a Walkman, but after the Walkman and before the iPod. Or, you know, the MP3 players. So before that, we would have the fucking disc players, the Discmans, if I recall correctly. Yeah. You had to carry this fucking huge shit. Okay, it was not huge, it was like a fucking plate, you know? But it was inconvenient to carry. And then we got the MP3 players and the iPods, then the music, like, for example, I remember having a Sony Ericsson W200i, if I recall correctly. That was my phone. It was also a Walkman phone, so you could put music into this. Music that I totally not illegally downloaded, by the way, you know? And I would listen to it on my phone. Yeah, like, but now you can have it everywhere. You can have it on your phone, you can have it on your PC, you can have it everywhere. Like, that's the good thing with digital music. No need for the analog shit, no need for anything. Just get it, put it, there you go, you have it. Sounds like having a cold. It's, you don't need to have a cold in order to produce a phlegm. Now, that's it, let's keep going, yeah.
っていう欲求にはすごい応えてくれるいいメディアだと思うんですけど、LP のこう例えばこう針を落とす時にエキシンってやったら、その LP 終わるじゃないですか、緊張感ね。
そう
こうやってブッてやってもう一回ちょっと違う
そうやるでしょ。だから傷つけないように丁寧にやるじゃん。
丁寧ですね、すごい。
やっぱりね、丁寧に扱うものって大切にするから、あれ LP を大切にしてるだけじゃなくって音楽自体を大切にしたと思うんですよ。だって傷がついたら音楽が聴けなくなるわけだから。
I don't know if it is because you appreciate the music in general, like you appreciate the music and that's why you would buy the vinyl or that's why you would buy the disc, right? But I think it's the worry of having to buy it again that would cause you to be extra cautious with the vinyl, you know? Or the disc. Like, if it was a disc that was like, I don't know, like you could buy fucking discs from Chinese people here in Greece or from black people. Yeah, I'm not being racist. That's how it happened. Like, you could go out in public. You could always go to a video store, which would be owned by Greeks. And you would pay X amount of drachma back then. Or you could go find a black guy in the street or a Chinese guy on the street. Again, not being racist. That's how it was back in the day. And, they would sell it to you for €2. Now, of course, it was pirated and shit, you know, but you didn't care because you could buy it for €2 and the other thing would cost like €20 or something, you know. So that's how it is. That's how we did back then. But when you bought the expensive one, you know, the one with the proper cover, the hard-covered one, you know, like I have a Judas Priest fucking album. Actually, it's their entire discography up to the Angel of Retribution album. It's leather outside, metallic fucking, you know, like covers and shit. You would be very careful. Otherwise, you just took the disc, you're like, oh, dust. Whew, like how many of us have blown at a fucking disc, you know, and just wiped it on our t-shirt and just put it in there and it just fucking works, you know? You would be very, very careful when it would cost more or like when it was a proper vinyl because vinyls back then were actually expensive. To this day, they are expensive. Like, you cannot find a vinyl cheap.
別に僕デジタルを否定するつもりは全然ないんだけど、昔の方がこのデジタルプレイヤーよりも レコードプレイヤーなんかの方がこう丁寧に扱ってたな。それがなんか自分の音楽に対する聴く時の姿勢とかを決
No,
めてた
I
んだ
think
ろう
it
なっ
was
ていうのは
more
あります
of
よ。だって
be careful because if
針
you
落とし
break
たら
it, that's it.
もう座って聴くしかないじゃん。
そうっすね
ドタバタ歩いてたら飛んじゃうし。
飛んじ
そうだからね、あれはあれでちょっと一種の儀式みたいな感じよね。片面20分終わるまでの。
そうですね、
次の曲なかなか飛べないしね。
そうですね。
今みたいにね。
あと居眠りこくと最後
Yep.
っていう音で起きるんですよね。やべえみたいな、針いっちゃうみたいな。
そう針減っちゃう。
怒られるみたいな。でそっとして、
ね、
知らんふりしとくみたいなね。
そうです。
昔そうでしたよね。
Dude.
こんなのやりたいんですけど。
Last time I listened to vinyl music was back with my friend. Well, one of my best friends actually. He was studying at the same university that I was studying, and he had a vinyl player, you know? So we would gather up, we would put on the vinyl some good old songs, like we're talking about blues music, for example, you know? Some nice fucking old school rock music. Hold up, my cat is eating my door. Noisy? Now, Noisy is a massive fucking cat, but she has this fucking tendency of loving to get into fucking tight areas. And bugs. She loves getting into bugs. Here's the problem. The bug is this big, the noise is this big, you do the math, right? She just struggles to just fit in there. I don't know if, let me show you guys, maybe it will work. Yeah, okay, you can see the cat, but you cannot see the fucking bag. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
って机にさんに出したら、問題なかったと思うな。お好きなようにって感じだったかな。いや待て、もともとそうだよ、もともとこのアルバム作る予定はなかったのよ、全然。
そうなんですか？
で僕が最近ちまちまこうちっこい地元のライブハウスとかでライブとかやらせてもらってんだけど、それでネタが詰まってきたんで。
Can you imagine how lucky you would be to go there and watch and be able to watch this guy live, a retro style? Like when I say retro style, what do I mean? You know, like this in a small pub, you know?
でいいですよって言われて、それをライブでやり始めたのね。
はいはいはい。
でその後8のブルーフィールドやったり、6のティナのテーマとかやったりしてるうちに、
ここ入ってますもんね、ティナのテーマ、ね。
そう、スクエアエニックスさんからアルバム作りませんかという。
そういう流れだったんだ。
だから僕はライブでやる用のネタとして作ってて、本当にねアルバムを作る気は何にもなかったの。
じゃあ選曲の理由は
Square Enix just smelled the money and they were like, you know what? No, put them on the album. Yep, put them. Yep, there we go.
ライブで、やりやすそうな曲みたいな感じなんですか？
そうね、でもその3曲しか、悠久の風とブルーフィールドとティラのテーマしか用意してなかったから、アルバムにするんだったらあとどんくらい 6,7 曲必要だなっていうんで、まあ選ばせてもらったかな。
そのなんか選んだ上松さんなりのこれにしようみたいな。
Please say answers.
なんかね、2のね FF2 のバトル曲なんかは僕結構自分で好きなんだけど、あんまりこれまで取り上げられてなかったんで。
14では取り上げてますよ。
2。本当？ありがとうございます。
めっちゃ取り上げてます。
そう。あとは9の。
I didn't know that. Like holy shit, even from all back in the day, like Final Fantasy 2, you can find them at 14. Holy shit.
ブランパルか。
ブランパル。
そう、それなんかもう9作った時からこれいつかなんかちっちゃい編成でコンサートでやりたいなとか思ってたんだけど、まだ一回もこうライブとかではやったことなかった曲だったり、いやこうやって並べていくとこれザナルカウントは入れなきゃなんないんじゃないのかとかなんか一曲でっかいのがね
あった方がいいな、
キラーコンテンツがあった方がいいんだろうなと思って。
One meaningful song, Jesus
ザナル
Christ.
カウントはあんまりいじりたくなかったんだけどやってみました。
そうなんですね。じゃあなんか本当になんかこう指定があって、例えばその1から、9まで、その必ず入れてくださいとか、こういうコンセプトでやってくださいみたいな感じじゃないんですか？
なかったです、なかったです。それは
そうなんだ。
1から10までは全部1から10まで1曲ずつあった方がいいだろうなっていうのも自分の考えだったし、選曲もなんか任せてもらえたんでやりやすかったですけどね。
そうなんですね。なるほど。
So he had pretty much autonomy, right? He could select what music he wanted to put on the
何
album.
ファ
That's
ミコ
super
ンだったら
nice.
3パート、スーファミだったら8パート、PS だったらいくつまで出せるんだっけ、16だっけ24だっけ、まあそういう
PS あそうですね
そういうなんか全部パラでもらえるともっと展開が考えられるんだけど、せーのの2ミックスの、
そうですね
ステレオからの切り出しだからなかなかこう自由が制限されるところはありましたよね。パラで撮っときゃよかったなってまさか何十年か経ってこんなことやるとは思ってもみなかった。
そうですよね。
How long has it been ever since NES was out, you know? Like, Jesus fucking Christ, we're talking about what? I don't even remember. Like, NES was out before I was out. Like, before I was born, I think it was out. So, we're talking about before 1994. Like, holy shit, how old are we talking about here? Damn, dude.
ファミコンの PSG 音源パラで撮っとこうなんてだってそんなの当時思わないですよね。
思わないっすよ。もう締め切りに間に合わせるのが精一杯だもんね。
そうですよ。
Hold up. We're doing a... Let's go a bit back. Listen
そ
carefully.
んなの
撮ってもみなかった。
そうですよね。
うん
ファミコンの PSG 音源パラで撮っとこうなんて
Listen very carefully to the music, guys.
だってそんなの当時思わないですよね。
思わないっすよ。もう締め切りに間に合わせるのが精一杯だもんね。
そうですよね。それ今でも一緒です。これはどうだったんですか、その最終的に。
This is from Shadowbringers, the Shadowbringers cinematic, dude. Holy shit! Did you guys listen to it?
思わないですよね。
思わないっすよ。もう締め切りに間に合わせるのが精一杯だもんね。
そうですよね。それ今でも一緒です。これはどうだったんですか、その最終的に
Dude, no way.
モジュレーションが仕上がりました。
And this was from Final
そ
Fantasy
のアルバ
II.
ムを全体をこう俯瞰で見てみて、なんか
Holy
どうい
shit
った感じに仕上がったなって。
ああでももう反省点。
もう反省してるんですか。
もういっぱいあるいっぱいある。
早くないですか。
いやー
じゃあ反省があるってことは2があるってことですね。
そうね。でもそこまでにまた35年かかるかもしれないから
Yeah, just casually wait for
それだとね
35
あ
years,
そこの
dude.
部署のスタッフたちがご飯食えなくなるんで、ぜひもうちょっと早めに出していただいて。あとあれじゃないですか、その上松さんが選曲するパターンもいいと思うんだけど、みんなもうやっぱそのルーツをほら辿ってきてる人たちっていうのがたくさんいるか
The
ら、
OG
そういう
fans.
人たちに逆にこうどういうのをセルフアレンジしてほしいみたいなのって
いや
聞くのもある。
それはね全然違うんだよ。
あ、そう。
それはだってその人たちのためにやんなきゃなんないじゃん。俺
そうか。
モジュレーションとか単純に遊びでやってるからね。人に喜んでもらおうと思って作ってないか
It's
ら。
like, I don't give a shit if you enjoyed it or not, dude. I'm gonna fucking release this shit because it's for fun. And yeah.
今回のは、だから自分がやりたいようにやってるだけだから、もし2とかの話があっても人の意見は聞きません。
でもあれだな、多分上松さんがゲーム音楽作ってる時と根本的に違うのってきっとそれかもしれないですね。ゲーム音楽ってあらゆる制約の上で成り立つ音楽じゃないですか。
そうね。
Really?
でそこから一歩
Why?
解き放
What
た
are
れ
those
る
limitations?
ね、それは確かに上松さんが選ばなきゃいけないのかもしれないですね。そういう意味ではね。
うまいね。
うまい。
何それ昨日から考えてたのその締めの言葉。
いや書いてないですってそんなことで。
Jesus Christ.
いやーなんかねこんな年になってこう今更ファイナルファンタジーの昔作った曲をこう見返すことになるとは思ってもいなかったんですけど、でも実際ねやっててさっきも言ったけどすごい自分の趣味だけ自分の楽しみのためだけ
I think
に
it's the nostalgia that appealed
や
to
らせて
him.
もらってすごく個人的には面白いものができたと思っております。
まあそれはもう、FF ファンはみんな聞かないとダメだ
ね。ぜひ聞いてみてください。
面白いものができたってなったらそりゃ。あとプライマーズのライブ来た人はね、みんなもうマストバイね。
お願いします。
お願いします。そういうことで上松さん、今日はありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
I know what the fuck this is. People seem to do it when they're thankful about something. I do it myself, and that's pretty much it, dude. Now, these two guys, Soken and Nobuo Uematsu, okay? These guys are two fucking legends in the field. I love these guys. I love this video. I love seeing them nerd the fuck out when it comes to sound. I love seeing Nobuo Uematsu, a guy that I just fucking worship, okay? Go like daddy. That was one of my favorite parts in this fucking video because it's silly, right? And go give this video a listen, guys, if you want to like watch at your own leisure, like at your own free time. I'm gonna link it in the fucking chat, you know. I liked it. Again, it's from Final Fantasy 14. Sorry, it's from Square Enix music channel. It should have more views. I think that videos like this are videos that people need to watch, because to see your favorite creators like nerd the fuck out of music, and when they're talking about things that they love, like what did he say? One of the most important things to say, in my opinion, I did it for fun, and hey, it just came out well. Like, this is what I try to do as a fucking content creator myself, you know? I try to have fun while creating the video, and after I'm done creating it, if I like it, I just put it out there. Dude, like, I don't know, guys. Like, that's pretty much it when it comes to this particular video, you know?